with volunteers. The event is about 2 days. Yesterday we did our parallel session with lectures and researches, and also keynote speaker session. We did it 1 o'clock up to 4 in the afternoon. And for parallel session with lectures and researchers, we did it in the morning from 8:30 to 11 o'clock. And this is our second day, special occasion with students. And hopefully everyone joining this mega lecture talk will get benefits, and also wide understanding and also perception on how to develop ourselves in terms of what improving ourselves, because lecture here is the abstraction of lecture. L means language, E education, C culture, and then T we have technology, U universality, R religion, and E environment. And lecture talk here is conducted twice in a month, and mega lecture talk is conducted once or twice in a year. So that's it. We will have 10 minutes ahead to start the program, and while waiting for other participants to join in our Zoom. Cek. Nelly sudah hadir ya? Nelly Saadatul Jarain, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, good. Okay, welcome to our mega lecture talk. You will be a co-host then. Again, our presenter, we have JP already here. And Hani. Ayana Sylvia. Yes, she's not here. Oh, Ahyana, you're there.
Yes, sir.
Good. So probably your background Anda mungkin jadi distracting.
I will change, sir. Wait a minute.
Okay, good. Okay, JP is coming in again. Yana, okay, dan Ricardo All-Star will be not here. So Yana, you ready, right? Sudah siap ya?
Yes, sir.
We will start within 2 minutes ahead. Then we start. Malika is already here. Hello, Malika. Check. Malika, welcome to our mega lecture talk, series 3, 2022. Malika, check. How should I call your name? Malika or Malika?
Melike.
Malika. Okay. Welcome to our mega lecture talk.
Thank you.
And we are happy to to invite you to be here among some of the students of Indonesian student here. And thank you very much for coming in. What time is it there now in Turkey?
Now here time is 4:30. It's so early.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Actually, your session will be later at 11 o'clock. So, but you are so great to be coming in for this time. That's great. Hey, so make sure that you are okay. If you want to enjoy all of the sessions, that's no problem. But if you want to come based on your later at 10 or 11 o'clock, so no problem. Okay. Good. I guess this is the time we are able to start the session. Okay. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon you all. Good morning from Indonesia, exactly IAIN Madura, Pamekasan, Madura Island, East Java, Indonesia. It is now 8:30 in the morning. Honorable Dr. Haji Saiful Hadi M.Pd as Director of IAIN Madura, Honorable Dr. Haji Atikullah M.Pd as Director of Postgraduate Program IAIN Madura, Honorable Dr. Siswanto as Dean of Tarbiyah Faculty IAIN Madura, Honorable Abdul Ghofur as the President of Indonesian Education Share to Care Volunteers, distinguished beloved parallel presenters from student session, IAIN Madura, IAIN Loksmawe, Siliwangi University, UNESMAN, Universitas Al-Azhar Mandar, IAIN Curup, Universitas Muhammadiyah, Sidendang Rapang, and the last is Selçuk University, Turkey. Beloved committee participants, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Abdul Wafi, as Chief of Language Unit, IAIN Madura. Allow me to say and to welcome you all to our Mega Lecture Talk Series 3 2022 by the theme Strengthening Moderation and Innovation in Rapid Digital Transformation for Society, Era 5.0. Dear brothers and sisters, for letting you know that this Mega Lecture Talk Series 3 is our special edition as to celebrate our 56th anniversary of beloved Institute Agama Islam Negeri or IAIN Madura. Wishing Madura, IAIN Madura to win Madura and become excellent in everything. Dear everyone, Lecture Talk is our series talk conducted twice in a month by Language Unit IAIN Madura, and Mega Lecture Talk here is conducted once or let's say twice in a year. And lecture here is the abbreviation of L means language, E education, C culture, T technology, U universality, R religion, and E environment. So the topic we are discussing cover 7 topics: language, education, culture, technology, universality, religion, and environment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, allow me to start and to begin our Mega Lecture Talk Series 3 2022 student session by reading Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Singing Indonesian National Anthem, Indonesia Raya. Thank you very much. Okay, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, and parallel presenters, student session. And this is our session, namely Mega Lecture Talk Series 3 2022 with parallel presenters student session. And it will be led by four moderators. We have Hanif, Rifial, Nelly, and Najwa. And they will be taking in turn to lead the presenters. So I would like to give the time to Hanif and Rifial to lead the session. Hanif, Rifial?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
good. Yep. The floor is
sir.
yours.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello all. Hello everyone.
Hello.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Hanif Irwansyah. I am from Sumeneb City in Madura Island, Indonesia. And now I the CEO host or moderator in the Mega Lecture Talk. And Excellency, Mr. Dr. Saiful Hadi M.Pd as the Rector of IAIN Madura, and Honorable Sir Abdul Ghofur as the President of IES to CV, and Honorable Mr. Abdul Wafi as the Head of Language Unit Islamic Institute of Madura, and Honorable the presenter or keynote speaker from abroad and Indonesian country, and respectable to our brother and sister as the moderator today, and all audiences whom we love. First of all, let's pray to Allah who have been giving us mercies and blessings, so we can face to face today without any problem. And secondly, salawat and salam always to Prophet Muhammad SAW, because has been guided us from darkness era to cleverness. So now I CEO host from the presenters, my sister Aciana Sufia from Unisma Makassar. And hello, my sister.
Hello.
Let's you introduce yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much for the chance. My name is Ayana Sylvia. I'm from Makassar, Unisma Makassar. Actually, I'm one of English teacher at junior high school in Bulukumba, Makassar. Maybe I'm the oldest one here.
Okay. I'm older too. What is your feeling to follow this seminar?
Maybe I'm nervous
First.
because it's the
Okay.
first time for me to be a speaker in a conference.
Nice.
But it will my new experience in my life.
Same as me. The international conference.
Yeah.
So, what is your opinion about this conference?
I think it's a good program that followed by us to improve our capability in speaking, English speaking, or the others.
Okay, thank you very much, my sister. And what is your topic?
My
now?
topic is about pedagogic and professional competence of English teacher at junior high school in Bulukumba.
In Bulukumba. Bulukumba, one of area in Makassar?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's near from Bira Beach. You know Bira Beach?
Bira Beach? I don't know.
I invite you to go there.
Oh, maybe if I have a time, I want to go there.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So this is your session. The session have a two session. The one session is explanation
malah kita bayar
about your topic, and second session is question. So time and place for you, it's yours.
Okay, thank you very much for the chance. The Honorable Rector of IAIN Madura, the Honorable of the Head of Language Unit IAIN Madura, Mr. Abdul Wafi, the Honorable President of EISTC Volunteers, Mr. Abdul Ghofur, and special thanks for the moderator, Mr. Harif Irwansyah, that gave me a chance to present my topic today. And the last, my beloved all participants that attend this special event. Well, let me share my PowerPoint first. Well, do you see my PowerPoint? Is it clear? Hello?
Clear, Miss.
Okay.
Yes, it's clear.
It's
Okay,
clear.
very. Thank you. Well, because I am a teacher, so I interested to find out something relating to my job. That's why I think that the teacher's competence here is the more crucial things that need to be investigated, especially in my city, Bulukumba. That's why I choose the title is Pedagogic and Professional Competence of English Teacher at Junior High School in Bulukumba. Well, in the next slide, I put three points, introduction, discussion, and conclusion. On the second point, discussion, I have two parts there: competencies, pedagogic competence and indicators, professional competence and indicators. And the conclusion is the research result about pedagogic and professional competence of English teacher at junior high school in Bulukumba. Well, we come to the next slide. In my introduction, teacher is a profession that facilitates the learner some knowledge. Teacher is main factor that will impact to the education quality, the quality of education reflecting to human resource who play a professional role in society. Well, as we know that the teacher is the main factor that will help the learners to achieve the goal national education. That's why the existence of the teachers as an important component and the biggest contribution in the world of education. All the teachers actually should predicate it as a competence teacher, or the teacher also should predicate it as a professional teacher. But become a competence teacher, become a professional teacher is not easy. There are some certain standard competencies should be owned by all teachers that want to be a professional or competent teacher. To be a competent teacher, the teacher should aware to develop or to explore their skill, to developing their capability in teaching learning practice. Because the teaching learning process will run well if it's supported by the teacher who have high competence, the teacher who have good performance, good attitude, good personality. In that situation, of course, our student will have fun. The teaching learning process will run efficient and effectively. That's why the teacher should aware to develop themselves to be a competent or professional teacher. And the government pays great attention to the education to support the development of education through some decision. Curriculum changes from time to time, provided some training for the teacher to develop themselves. Encourage all the teacher actively in teacher working group, providing teacher allowances through a certification program for those who meet the requirements. Well, not only the teacher forced to be competent or professional teachers, but also our government support our teacher. We can see from our government decision to allocate it APBN 20% to develop our educational development. And one of our government decision to develop our educational development is curriculum changes from time to time. Well, maybe some of us always asking question why the curriculum always change. We have in the past we have KTSP, and then we have 2013 curriculum, and now we come to independent curriculum or curriculum Merdeka. Well, in my point of view, curriculum in our country should update time to time. Why I say like that? Let me give you an example. Curriculum that is used in the past, for example, in 1980, it's impossible to apply in 2022. Why? Why the curriculum in the past it cannot be applied in 2022? Because we are in the different era, we are in the different condition, we are in the different learners need. Learners need in the 1980 is different with learners need in 2022. It's quite different. We are in different condition and different situation. Maybe in the past or 1980 there is no internet. But in 2020, we have internet as a tool as to doing teaching learning process. That's why it's important for us or for government to change curriculum time by time. Let me give you an example based on my experience. I have teach using curriculum KTSP, and then 2013 curriculum. And after that, we have Merdeka curriculum. In KTSP, it focuses on teacher center. Why is it called teacher center? Because when teachers doing their job as a teacher, as a educator, all the time the teacher speak up. From beginning of the lesson until the last of the lesson, the teacher all the time speak up. So our learners or our students, maybe we find they will boring, or our learners may be sleepy because we do not give them chance to explore their idea, to explore their mind. That's why it is called teacher center. But it's different from curriculum 2013. In curriculum 2013, it's focused on student center. Why is it called a student center? Because in this curriculum, the teacher only as facilitator. We as a teacher facilitate or stimulate the learners to achieve their objective learning. That's why their idea, they will achieving objective learning with their own way. That's why is it called learners or student centered. From now we come to independent curriculum atau biasa disebut dengan kurikulum merdeka. In this curriculum, it's the learners free to choose what subject they like to learn. It's about curriculum changes from time to time, and about the government decision to make some training for the teacher. Nowadays, we have Guru Penggerak program from Bapak Nadiem Makarim. That's why I think the program is very good to improve our competence as a teacher. So the teacher quality will affect to the education quality. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, on discussion, I have three main points: teacher competencies, pedagogy competence and indicators, and professional competence and indicators. Well, on teacher competence, teacher describe it as a person's skill or personality traits complement their work responsibilities, Nurtanto 2014, Subandi 2010. Teacher's competence is teacher's skill in carrying out the task or work. There are four competencies that should owned by teachers. They are pedagogy competence, professional competence, social competence, personality competence. The author interested to investigate pedagogic and professional competence because both of the competence affect the learner's achievement, and the quality of teaching will be shown on this competence. Well, as a professional teacher that I mentioned before, should have certain standard competencies. So in here, to be a competence on to be professional competence, we should have four competences. They are pedagogic competence, and then professional competence, social competence, and personality competence. A pedagogic competence here is the teacher's ability to manage teaching learning process, how to make a lesson plan, how to assessing, how to choose some methods, some strategy in our teaching learning. It is called pedagogic competence. How about professional competence? Professional competence here means that the teacher's ability to understanding their material deeply. This is about professional competence. Social competence, which one is categorized as a social competence? Social competence is the teacher's ability to making relationship, to make interaction between their college, between their colleague, their friends, their student, or their students' parents. That's a social competence. How about personality competence? In the last competence, personality competence here means that the teacher's ability related to their personality, their attitude, their performance. Of course, here because as a teacher we are a model of our students. That's why we should showing our good personality or good performance. Next, we move to the next slide. Well, because I only choose two competence to investigate it, that's why we have to discuss only two competence. The first is pedagogy competence, the teacher's ability to master characteristic of students, mastery of learning theory and principle of learning, mastery of curriculum development, educational learning activities, use of information and communication technology, develop potential of students, how to communicate effectively, empathically, and politely with students, assess and evaluation of learning outcomes, process utilizing the result of the assessment and evaluation of reflective action to improve the quality learning.
Hello, my sister.
Yeah.
The time is 3 minutes again. Okay.
Okay.
To mention.
Okay. Well, we come to pedagogy competence. I will explain only five. The first one is understand the characteristic of students from physical, moral, spiritual. As we know that our students come with the different characteristics. That's why as a professional teacher should understand our student characteristics. And then mastering learning theory, of course. A professional teacher also should mastering the learning theory, because this learning theory will apply in our teaching learning process. And then develop a curriculum also. A good teacher or professional teacher should develop our curriculum as our guideline to make teaching learning process in the classroom. Well, we come to professional competence. Professional competence is a broad and deep mastery of learning material. It means that the teacher should master deeply about the material that will be taught. The indicators there are 5. Ini mastering kompetensi standar, basic competence, developing learning material, creativity. And the result is research design. I use quantitative descriptive, sampling technique, proportionate stratify, random sampling, and research question. I choose post questionnaire with Scala Likert. And then the result. Maybe I will show you the result of my research. Well, from the data, I have found that actually English teachers of junior high school in Bulukumba, 17 participants as categorized very high competence with 94%. And one participant categorized as high competence about 6%. And because we are in a very limited time, we can see the chart. We can see the chart here about pedagogic, and then it's about professional. And the last slide, based on Permendikbud number 16 of 2017, professional teacher should have some competencies, including pedagogic and professional competence of English teacher at junior high school in Bulukumba in category very high competence. With following is 17 teacher about 94%, and category high competence is one teacher about 6%. It can be concluded that pedagogic and professional competence of English teacher at junior high school in Bulukumba in category very high competence. The result is English teacher high school in Bulukumba competence, both pedagogic and professional aspect. I think that's all my present. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, my sister, Ahjana Sufia. Everyone here, if you have one question or wanted to ask about this material from my sister, Ahjana Sufia, this is a session of question. Let's your question. Hello, everyone. Do you want to ask? Okay, everyone here. Do you want to ask about this material?
Hanif, can I ask questions?
Yes, ma'am. Time is yours, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I have a little bit cough. Ibu Ahyana, salam. Oh, sorry. I'm Ibu Eva from Pamekasan, and I'm very much interested in your statement. You said that the previous curriculum seems cannot be used again in 2022. That's why, sorry, it's a bit
Never mind.
itchy here. So you said that it is worth it to have a new curriculum. Okay, and we have this curriculum Merdeka. And then in your opinions, if you can conclude the implementations of these new curriculums, can you help the other teacher here or the teacher to be, we have a lot of students here, to understand what is actually the very points of these new curriculums, whether it is the project-based learning, or we should switch the teaching and learning into digital, using any digital tools appropriate for the teaching and learning, or maybe you can you can help us to easily comprehend what is actually this curriculums. Thank you, Ibu.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Eva. For the new curriculum, maybe I know the information a little bit because in my school do not implement, not yet to implement it now. Still, we have some training to apply this curriculum. So I have some information because we are now still try to looking for the information about that curriculum. So forgive me, I have not explained much about our new curriculum, but if my experience about KTSP and 2013 curriculum, we have experience with that.
Okay, your school is still use the 2013 curriculum?
Yeah, still using 2013.
Okay, so and then how you adapt the 2013 curriculums into the situations where we should move to a completely online learning as what we have during the COVID-19.
Okay, I think, ma'am, in 2007 curriculum, it's only continue to Merdeka curriculum. Why I select that? Because in 2007 curriculum, we introduce about some theory of learning, like discovery learning, PBL, and then what else? Project-based learning. It's got from 2013 curriculum, and it will apply to in Merdeka curriculum. That's why I think that's Merdeka curriculum is continue from 2013 curriculum.
Yeah, of course. So I think there is like similarity.
There is connection between there is connection
previous,
between 2013 to Merdeka.
Yeah, previous curriculums and today's curriculums, where we try to make the students more active. More active using a lot of approach that come up recently. Okay, thank you, Ibu Sulfia. That was a very interesting presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for Ma'am Eva. Maybe everyone other have a question again, because the time is have a many time. Okay, everyone, do you wanna ask again about curriculum, about pedagogic? If nothing, maybe I wanna give a conclusion about this material today. Like the teacher's quality will affect to educational quality. So we must make use a new curriculum to be better than more. It's okay. Maybe enough. Thank you, my sister Asiana Sufia. And next to the next presenter from Philippines. Thank you again. So because my brother, who is their name Ricardo Esther from Canada National High School, Philippines, is nothing. So next to the next presenter and next moderator is Rivial Kalamahardika. Time is yours, my brother.
All right. Thank you, Brother Hanif, for your chance. Before I start this session, I would like to give excellency to Mr. Dr. Haji Saiful Hadi, M.Pd, as Director of State Islamic Institute of Madura, and Honorable Mr. Abdul Ghofur as the President of IES2CV, Honorable Mr. Abdul Wafi as the Head of Language Unit of Islamic State Institute of Madura, and honorable all lecturers of English Teaching and Learning Program. And also, I would like to say respectable Brother C.P. Ramdhani from Siliwangi University. Hello, Brother C.P. Ramdhani, are you there?
Hello, I am.
Thank you. Welcome, Brother C.P. Ramdhani from Siliwangi University, as the presenter of the first session. And then Sister Sulaika Fitri, are you there? From State Islamic Institute of Daksamawe as the presenter of the second session. And I would like to say thank you to all participants whom I love, who are joining this agenda. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wa bihi nasta'in wa ala umurid dunya waddin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'du. First of all, let's thank to Allah Almighty who has been giving us mercies and blessings so that we can join this agenda, this mega lecture talk with the theme of strengthening moderation in innovation in rapid digital transformation for society era 5.0. Secondly, salawat and salam may always be given to our Prophet Muhammad SAW, who has guided us from stupidity to the cleverness, exactly by the existence of Ad-Dinul Islam wal Iman. Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. In this opportunity, I'm as a moderator. My name is Rivial Kalamahardika. We'll conduct the mega lecture of today's agenda, in which in this agenda will consist of first, opening, second, introduction of the presenters or the speakers. The third is delivering the presentation by each presenter for 10 minutes. A fourth is question and answer session for 5 minutes. And the last is closing as well as the conclusion from the moderator. All right, let's open our mega lecture today by reciting Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you. And next, we'll come to the second session, in which it will be introduction of the presenter of the first session. To the first presenter, please introduce yourself. I give you time to K.P. Ramdhani from Siliwangi University to introduce yourself. Please, brother, time is yours. Could you please introduce yourself?
All right, thank you so much, Rivial Kalamahardika, for giving me a time and opportunity for introducing myself. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Nice to meet you all in this amazing program, which is Mega Lecture Talk Session 3, 2022, with the theme of strengthening moderation and innovation in rapid digital transformation for society era 5.0. All right, for letting you know, I'm K.P. Ramdhani, an English Education Department student. Currently, I'm in the 7th semester, or in the 4th grade, I think, and I'm from Tasikmalaya, West Java, and now I'm studying in the Siliwangi University, Tasikmalaya. Maybe that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother K.P. Ramdhani. So you are the student too, right? I'm here as the student, and actually my first time conducting this lecture, and actually this is my first time to be a moderator, and I hope it will run well. And thank you for your introduction. And next, I would like to give you, brother K.P. Ramdhani, to give your opinion about this lecture, about this agenda. Do you have any suggestion or maybe opinion or first impression about this agenda?
All right, I think actually this is my first time to join this international conference, because I never joined an international conference yet. I just joined a national conference or the regional conference. So I think it is such an honor for me to can join this amazing program, which is the international webinar that can see each other with the international speaker from the Turkey, from the Philippines, and of course from the Madura. I think this is the first time I have a job with you, and this is the first time I know the IAIN Madura. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm very grateful too, because this is actually my first time too, and I hope it will be the best moment for your life in your life. And then I would like to give you 10 minutes for delivering your presentation. Please, I let you give the time for presenting.
All right, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for the moderator for giving me a time or the opportunity for introducing and explaining the topic that I bring today in this amazing program, that is the Mega Lecture Talk Series 3 2022. And in this occasion, I would talk about one of the tools or the website that the useful tools that can help us in improving or increasing our writing skills. All right, what is that? Actually, these tools, it is called quill.org. Based on this name, I bring the theme or the title of my presentation right now. It is boost your critical writing skill. Why I put the critical words there? Because I think the writing skill is such a fundamental skill to improve our argumentation, to improve our statement, and of course our how we can deliver our ideas, our notion to the others, so that the others can accept our ideas, our argument. And it is such an useful tools to improve and help us can make our argument in the written form to be a perfect one. All right. Next slide, please. In this occasion, there are four major parts of this presentation. The first one is introduction. It is about the application or the tools as a general tools that can be used by the people. And the second one is the function. How does it help English language learning, or how does it help English language learner to improve the writing skill? And the third one is the usage. Actually, it is about how the app or the tool can be used by the learners, by the students, not only students, but also the user itself. And the fourth is the pros and cons. What are the pros and cons of the application or the tool? It is such an advantages or disadvantages of the tools. All right, next. The first one is introduction. Actually, what is the tool, or what is the app, or what is the tool? For letting you know, Quill.org is a non-profit focused on delivering literacy tools to students and teachers to help improve essential writing, grammar, and critical thinking. So it is not only about the writing skill, it is not only about how we can design our our writing skill, but also it consists of how we can improve and increase our grammar skill, and of course critical thinking skill, because in the Quill.org tools itself, it gives some tools or the features that really help us to improve our writing skill. All right, in addition, in 2014, the Quill.org developed a proofreading tool and practice assignment to help teachers identify struggling students. Yet, Quill's ambition go beyond teaching grammar. So it means that beside the proofreading, it is also help the students or teacher to teach and to guide or to lead the user to improve or help how to use the grammar sentence, how to use the correct grammar, and etc. It is based on the Quill.org 2022. All right, next. And the second one, the function of the Quill.org. How does it help English? How does it help English language learning, or how these tools, which is the Quill.org, can help English learners to improve their writing skills? All right, the activities are designed as extra writing exercises that students perform in short 10 to 15-minute session to help them improve their sentence building and grammatical skills. So as we know that the English learners are less in writing skills, for example, because they tend to, they tend to have a suggestion or the notion that they are really late on the grammar or the writing skill. So it is such an useful things for the learners to improve that can and help the students or the learners itself to be better in the writing skill. And also it is suitable for the middle and high school student because it is such a simple tool so that the junior or even the middle school students can be used can use the tools too. And also these tools provide suggestion and activities as well as immediate feedback to assist students in writing, revising, and revising again until they can develop short, strong, and sentences. So it can be used not once, but also more times. So they can use this tool as much as they can. And the next one. And the third point is the usage, how the app or how the tool can be used. Next. All right, actually in these tools, in this Quill.org, there are some features that can be used by the learners, that can be used by the users to improve and help them to that can help them improve their writing skill. The first one is Quill Connect. These features can help students advance from fragmented and run-on sentences to complex and well-structured one. For example, in here, the sentence are geese fly south. It gets cold in the winter. So by using these tools, it can be collaborate. It can be, what is it? It can be combined, such a geese fly south because it gets cold in the winter. It is such a feedback. It is such a suggestion, a sentence, suggestion things for the learners to use the what is it? The conjunction because. So when we think that we don't have any idea, we have no idea how to combine between sentence one and the other sentence. So these tools can automatically give us what is it, the option how to use, what is the use or what is the sentence or what is the words that can be used at that time. All right, the next one. The next one is Quill Lesson. Quill Lesson enables teachers to lead whole class and small group in writing instruction. So in these features, teacher can control interactive slides that containing writing prompts and the entire class respond to each prompt. Each Quill Lesson activity provide a lesson plan, writing prompts, discussion topic, and follow up independent practice activities. So it is such an useful and also potential to be used to the teacher, for the teacher, I mean, to the lead and whole small class, I mean, the whole class or the small group writing instruction. All right, the next one. And the third one is Quill Diagnostic. Quill Diagnostic actually can determine which skill our students need to work on with our or with the tools diagnostics. By doing or by using this feature, so students can be known, can be understand what skills that can use most, for example. And the next one, beside the Quill Diagnostic, the next features is, next slide, please. And the next feature is Quill Proof Readers. It is actually the really helpful features for the students or for the user. It is such tools that can be used, how we can write our sentence, our ideas, our notion in these tools. But the tools can also give the, what is it? I mean, the proof for our sentence, for our ideas that can be written in the written form. For example, proofreader teaches your students editing skill by having them proofread passages. Students edit passages and receive personalized exercise based on their result. With over 100 expository passages, proofreader gives students the practice they need to support common grammatical errors. So, for example, in this sentence, 10 months later, their ship sank, and it is corrected by this tool. For example, the correct words is there, not there. It is such useful for us how to understand the use of how to use the correct words in our sentence. All right, the next one. Yes, absolutely. This is really useful. The next one is Quill Grammar. And in this feature, Quill Grammar can give a feedback for our grammar sentence when we put the error grammar on our sentences. For example, students practice basic grammar skill for from comma, placement to paragraph structure. So it is not only about the grammar tenses, for example, but also it gives our notion, or it gives our view how to use the what is it, the how to use the right punctuation, for example, and so on. And the last one, the feature that can be used in this quill.org is, yes, next slide, please. Beside the feature that I have explained earlier, so this is another feature that can be used by the user, for example, parallel structures, capitalization, coordinating conjunction, and etc. So this can be used by the learners freely, for example, because it is such a simple and easy tools that can be used not only by the teacher but also the students, even or by the junior or the senior high school students. All right, the next one. So this is talk about pros and cons of these tools. It is such an advantages and disadvantages of the tools, which is the quill.org. The first one, free of cost. Of course, it is such a free tools that can be used by the user. The next one, get immediate feedback for your students. The third one, intervene where students struggle. The fourth one, differentiates learning to meet the needs of all students. The fifth one, align with the common core standards. The sixth one, easily sign up with the Google Classroom. And the last one is, even without registering, we can still use the tool. So the things that can be used, the simple thing that can be used in these tools is, without logging, we can use these tools freely, for example. And beside the pros that I have explained before, there is some cons or disadvantages about these tools.
Hello, Mr.
The first one is, yes.
You only have 3 minutes left for delivering the materials.
All right. Thank you so much for reminding us, reminding me. All right, we can continue our discussion. The first point about the cons point about the quill.org is internet access is required. Of course, when we want to use this quill, we have to use a internet access. The second one, applications are better on a laptop than a phone because the display are really clearer than when we use it or when we open or access these tools in the phone. And the next one or the last one is monotone activities. So I mean, we can reuse these tools, for example, and we can also imagine how we can do the same activities for many times, for example. And the next one, yes, that was all from me. This is the references that I use to design my materials in this amazing presentation. Thank you so much for your nice attention, and that's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Back to the moderator.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Brother Cepi Ramdhani, for your beneficial explanation. It is actually interesting, yeah, because it is actually the first time I know about quill.org. Because in my institute, I only know about the Grammarly. It is also the same tool, actually, almost similar. Okay, next we will like to come to the next session, in which it will be question and answer session. To participants, if you have any question or you still don't understand about the materials, please ask a question. I'll give you a time to raise your hand or give an emoticon.
On the chat, there is a question from Eva. Chat.
Oh, there is a question actually from Eva. Mr. JP, for those who has zero or little grammar mastery, will it be troublesome? Is the question? Please
All right.
answer the question to the presenter.
All right, thank you so much for the question, Ms. Evani Maturabianti. It is such a insightful question from me. Yes, of course, for those who has a zero or little grammar mastery, it will be a troublesome because in this, what is it? In using these tools, at least we, what is it? At least we have to know how to use the basic grammar, for example. But don't worry, because when we put the wrong grammar or the incorrect grammar on the tools, it will be automatically give the feedback how, I mean, which one the right grammar, which one the correct sentence, and so on. So as long as we have intention, as long as we have a motivation to do our best in writing some sentences, for example, it will be our foundation to improve or to have a great writing skills.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chapi. Oh yeah, does it also what is it like Grammarly? If we want to subscribe to the premium one, we have to pay, or is it totally free even for the premium one?
All right, it is such a little bit the same with the Grammarly. So it is limited with the, what is it, limited access with some the tools. So if we want to use the whole tools, for example, we need to pay for, what is it, for some tools to use, for example, like it.
Do you know how much? Is it affordable for the students or even for lecture? Maybe the lecturer want to use it for their students, and then they want to pay it so that the students can use it for their writing development.
Yes, ma'am. It is a quite affordable to be used or to be paid by the students or by the user.
Okay, if it is compared with Grammarly, which one do you think better in terms of about writing improvement for students?
All right, I think for the writing improvement between the Grammarly and the Quill.org, me personally prefer to be used the Quill.org because I feel comfortable with the Quill.org one rather than the Grammarly. So it depends on our what is the point of view, how to be used or how we can comfortable with the tools between the Grammarly or the Quill.org.
For intermediate English learner, so do you think better to use Quill? It is more convenient to use, or Grammarly? Because Grammarly is, me personally use Grammarly for article writing, for example. But Quill, okay, like Rivia, this is also the first time for me to heard about Quill. I'll be looking for about it later, and then hopefully I can share it with my students, because yes, writing is like not an easy skill to teach and to learn. So if there is like an applications that can help them a lot, so I would like to share it with them. So you suggest, you personally, as the one who used Quill earlier, you personally suggest it for the students to practice their writing. Okay, good. Thank you, Mr. Chapi. Once again, it was a very insightful presentations. Thank you for giving information to us. Good luck.
All right. Anytime, ma'am. Thank you so much for your compliment.
Thank you, ma'am, for your questions. All right, maybe there are anyone else who wants to ask question from the participant. Hello. Do you have any question? All right, because there is no questions, I would like to say thank you very much for KP Ramdhani for delivering the materials about boost your critical writing skill by using quill.org. Okay, here I would like to give a conclusion about what we have learned and listened from KP Ramdhani, in which this agenda, this lecture is focused on the use of quill.org, in which it is a non-profit application that focused on delivering literacy to improve writing and critical thinking of the students and also the teacher, and in which in quill.org it has function to help to improve sentence building and also grammatical skills for middle and high school students. And the usage, it also has many features, for example, like Quill Connect, Quill Lessons, Quill Diagnose, Quill Proofreader, Quill Grammar, and other 100 features that can be used, such as parallel structure, capitalization, and etc. And also, there are also pros and cons in using these tools, in which the pros here, it is free cost and also can be used without registering. And for the cons, it needs internet access, or it has to be used in online. And it's also better to use quill.org on laptop than mobile phone. And also the last cons is it is monotonous activities. All right, maybe that's all from me. And thank you very much once again for KP Ramdhani for delivering the materials. Thank you, Brother KP Ramdhani. Thank you so much. It's really interesting materials that you have given to the participant and us. And I hope it will be beneficial for the participant as well as the lecturers here to use quill.org in teaching and learning activities in the class. All right. The next session will be given to Najwa Mukondas. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Brad, for giving me this. Okay, is there Malik right here? Malik? Malik, are you there?
Hi.
Okay, we will give you time to have the presentation earlier because over there it's 5 a.m., right? Is it right? It's early morning.
Yes, yes. So early.
Oh yeah, so early. Okay, at first, let me introduce first. My name is Najwa Mukondas, and I'm from the 6th semester from IAIN Madura, and I'm in the English department. So, because this is your time to deliver your presentation, at first, maybe you can have introduction first. Okay.
Can you see? Can you see on my presentation?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Again, hello everyone. I am Melike, and I'm master student, and my department is travel management and tourism guiding. The topic on my presentation is effects of technological developments on professional tour guiding profession. Okay, first one, I want to talk about who is the tour guiding. Tour guiding or tourist guides are members of the hospitality and travel industry who show visitors around places of interest. Tour guides may lead groups or individuals to historical sites, museums, geographic destinations, and outdoor excursions. Typically, tour guides possess relevant cultural, historical, and practical knowledge they can share with tourists. Companions and organizations often hire guides to provide a worthwhile experience for guests. Guides may possess exceptional knowledge and skill about their chosen destination, culture, or recreational activity. And the tourist guides provide many services, and their responsibilities depend on type of tour guide they are. While group size, transportation methods, age and trip lengths may differ, and tour guides are typically responsible for guides and answering questions and sharing relevant information to the groups or individuals they are guiding. Tour guides do not only fulfill the task of introducing the important elements of tourism to the tourists. In addition to, they contribute creatively to enrichment and beautification of people's memories, which are their most valuable savings. And the tourist guides, there are some qualifications that tour guides should have. We can list these information, skills, qualities, and physical appearance, leadership and social skills, presentation and speaking skills. And the first, qualification is information. Generally, I can explain the concept of knowledge as follows: information of foreign languages, general culture, knowledge of other cultures, knowledge of the region, and art history, archaeology. First aid knowledge. And the other qualification is skills, generally expression skill, communication skill, interpretation power, ability to organize group and coordinate, ability to ask interesting questions, and coping with problems. Other qualification is qualities and physical appearance, exactly leadership role, and self-confidence, hospitality, work ethic, and care for the clothes. And the other skills is leadership and social skills, and friendliness, gentleness, determination, and good communication skills. And the last qualification is presentation and speaking skills. Here I can say body languages, voice, speech, diction, and language. And technological developments in tourism sector and tour guiding. Technological developments have direct and permanent effects on the tourism sector. Technological developments in the tourism sector require the implementation of innovative strategies that can ensure the sustainability of tourism. With the development of technology, it's seen that the travel of visitors in touristic areas becomes a more interesting experience and ensure that the visitors are satisfied.
Excuse me, maybe can you move the slide?
Sorry?
Yes, maybe can you move the slide?
Sorry, I can hear you.
Can you move the slide? Can you move the slide while presenting your presentation?
You can see on my slide. Can you see? Can you see on my presentation?
Yes, but it's on the first slide.
Okay, sorry.
Dear Malika, just click on the bottom for the full slide.
Okay, now you can see.
Okay.
Can you see? I'm on page
Yep.
technological developments.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, okay, sorry. Technological developments, tourism, and tour guiding effect on the tour guiding process. Technological developments have direct and permanent effects on the tourism sector. Technological developments in the tourism sector require the implementation of innovative strategies that can ensure the sustainability of tourism. With the development of technology, it's seen that the travel of visitors in touristic areas becomes a more interesting experience and ensure that the visitors are satisfied. Depending on the situation, tour guides, one of the most important parts of the tourism sector, have been among the people most affected by technological developments. And technological tools used by tour guides. With the development of technology, tour guides have started to use the following tools. For example, microphone, navigation, GPS supported map applications, video display, phone, tablet, and sorry, social media, and exactly Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook and WhatsApp, and mobile applications and website. And among the technological tools most frequently used by tourist guides are microphone systems, GPS-supported map applications, mobile applications, Internet of Things, and blogs, virtual reality, augmented reality applications, and in addition, interactive surface systems, virtual assistants, simulations, virtual objects, video mapping, projections films in museums and RIAN are among the technological tools that can be preferred. The development of technology has positively affected tour guiding, and the development of technology and positively affected the tour guiding profession in many ways. For example, technology affected, it allows the tour guide to perform his profession more easily, and it facilitates the explanation of the tour guides, and it allows the tour guide to promote and market himself, and it increases the trust of the tour guides, and it enables the tour guide to use his energy more efficiently on the tour, and it makes it easy to get instant information about museums and ruins. And thanks to ebooks, it offers the opportunity to do research for tour guides. It facilitates the time management and accordingly prevents time loss. And finally, technological developments make tours more successful and beautiful. And technological developments in guiding have created new strategies for the tour guiding. The fact that access to information is now faster and easier, the diversity of information sources increases, and the equipment used during the tour and increase in audiovisual researches have caused many changes for the tour guide profession. And these applications that can facilitate the explanations for tour guides and enable them to guide tourists more easily during the tour contribute to the prevention of professional difficulties and increase the quality of service. Innovations that occur with the development of technology increase the interest of tourists and increase the degree of satisfaction by positively affect the quality of the tourism experience. And depending on the situation, tour guides who have a very important task for the tourism sector have gained opportunities in many ways with technological developments. With the development of technology, some opportunities have developed in the tour guiding profession. First, provides the convince in tour guide training in the future, and it increases the continuity of the tour guide profession, and it constitutes a good reference for the tour guides, and it enables tour guides to develop themselves, and it increases the number of tour guides, and according to the demand for tour guides is increasing, make easier to communicate with the tourists, and finally, technological developments increase the interest in virtual tours. Thanks to developments in transportation affected the tourism and tour guides. Exactly, tour guides have the opportunity to go on more tours due to the increase in people's participation in the tour. And thanks to transportation technologies, your travels became safer for both tourists and guides. And thanks to communication technologies, the relationship between the tourist and the guide became stronger before and after the tour than in the past. Thanks to navigation technology, the problems experienced in finding directions and alternative routes are minimized. Tour guides do need to carry researchers with them. And it can be said that the digital technologies used by the tourist guides are mostly phones, tablets, and social media. In addition to this, it has been determined that GPS.
Excuse me?
Sorry?
Yeah, you have 3 minutes left.
Okay, thank you. In addition to this, it has been determined that GPS, microphone, mobile applications, headphones, video display, websites, video conferencing applications are also frequently used. According to these results, it has been observed that the professional tour guides make extensive use of technological tools and equipment throughout the tour, and professional tour guides make extensive use of technology, and in this period called digital age, a tour guide who is closely related to technology can make the use of technology positive for their profession. The development of technology contributes to tour guides in many ways. Thanks to advanced communication networks and social media, guides have the chance to get extra tours by contacting consumer directly. A guide can find the opportunity to promote himself more on social media because they have their own books and video channels in YouTube. In this way, they can share their knowledge and experience with many people. For this reason, social media and other digital technologies have a great and positive effects on the guidance profession. Tour guides to develop themselves with technological developments will be able to step forward instead of disappearing in the sector. For example, the tour guides can develop an audio guide that is a voice recording based guidance systems and sell it. In this way, tourists can choose between either audio recordings and visit the museums or ruins in the voice of their guides. Therefore, the tour guides markets itself through digital technologies. Tour guides can promote the places they visit though in YouTube channel. The tour guide's promotion of the destination on YouTube will make it known by many people. It is very important for tour guides to write travel blogs because blogs rank high in the web research. With the development of technology, tools, and equipment that tour guides can use are diversified. With the development of technology, the profession of tour guides is developing in many ways, thanks to applications such as virtual object, interactive surface system, virtual tours, virtual assistants, artificial intelligence. And with the development of technology, it's possible to increase the service quality of tourist guides with the help of technologies that can be used directly by tourist guides in tours. Technology has become an important tool for tourist guides to communicate with tourists, provide them with more detailed information, and develop close relationships. On the other hand, technological developments contribute a lot to tourist guides in enriching tourist experiences. And as a result, it can be said that technological developments will create many opportunities for the tour guiding profession in future. Among these, it can be said that virtual tours will increase with technology. It will become easier to reach guides with open personal promotion pages and social media, and future tour guides will become more occupied. So that brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you so much attention and time.
All right, thank you so much, Malik. Okay, I think that's very wonderful presentation, because before we discuss about English material, discussing about the application of English also, but right now we are talking about tour guide, development of technology in tour guide. Well, it's now on question and answer session. All right, everyone, do you have any, or we have on chats? From Fusfita, the first question is, what are the roles and responsibilities of a tour guide? You may directly answer.
Okay, tour guide having so much responsibilities on tour and tourism, because any tourist group on the other country came to in the any country, first meeting in the tour guiding. So tour guides, it is so important, these things, and tour guiding having so important responsibilities, because and tour guides maybe it is so can the
I think she's out of, I don't know.
Out of connection, I think.
Yeah, I think. Maybe we can wait 5 minutes, maybe. So long.
Yeah, directly to continue for the second one.
Okay, maybe we will directly continue to the next presenter, that it will be moderator, it will be led by Rifyal Kalamahardika. Time is yours.
All right, back to me again. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
All right, thank you very much for Najwa Mokodas for giving me a time to conduct this session, the next session. And for the next presenter, should I give introduction first? All right, my name is Siva Kalamahardika, and here I'm as a moderator. I'm as the student of State Islamic Institute of Madura. I'm from the major of teaching and learning program. And here I would like to conduct this session, this presentation, in which this session will have several sessions. The first one is introduction of the presenters, and the next is delivering the presentation, and the next will be about the question and answer, and the last it will be about conclusion and giving conclusion and closing. All right, next we'll jump into the next presenter, in which we have the second presenter, in which It will be presented by Sister Sulaika Fitri. Hello, Sister Sulaika Fitri, are you there? Hello, Sister Sulaika Fitri from State Islamic Institute of Laksumawe. Hello?
No, there's no hers. Just jump up to the other ones.
Okay, because Sister Sulaika Fitri is not here with us. The next presenter will be given to the next moderator, in which the moderator will be led by Najwa Mukodas again. To Sister Najwa Mukodas, time is yours.
All right, it's Alice's time, actually. Alice's time. It will be late after review. Yeah.
All right, thanks for the opportunity. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable all lecturers, honorable all committees, dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, hello, I'm Nelly Sadatudareng from Silawang University. In this occasion, I'll be the moderator for the next speaker. And in this session, I'm so honored to be the moderator in this special event. Now we have Kak Herley Sumarza from IAIN Curup, Indonesia, as a speaker in this session. Hello, Kak Herley, can you hear my voice?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. It's nice to have you here. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine today.
Alhamdulillah. All right, Kak Herley, may I know what major are you studying?
I'm an English department of IAIN Curup.
Oh, so do I. Me too. And now, what semesters are you in?
I'm 8th semester.
Oh, at semester. How's your feeling now when you become one of the speakers in this event?
Actually, I feel excited because this is the first time I'm joining the international presented Mega Students Talk, right? Thank you for this special occasion.
All right, happy to hear that. In this special occasion, what topic that we'll bring today?
I will bring a topic about EFL students and teachers' perception on English online learning at Elementary School Unggulan Aisyah, Taman Harapan Curup.
Wow, that's such an interesting topic to discuss. All right, without further ado, Kak Herley, 10 minutes from now.
Okay, thank you. Can you... Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, thank you very much for a special occasion. I'm Herley Sumarza from TBI IAIN Curup. Today I'm going to share you about my paper with the title EFL Students and Teachers Perception on English Online Learning at Elementary School Unggulan Aisyah, Taman Harapan Curup. Okay, next, Kak. Okay, the first one is we move the background of my paper. Okay, education is one of the foundation for a nation advancement. The higher the quality of education posed by a nation, the higher the nation's quality will be. Recently, the world has been shaken by the rapid spread of new virus, and Indonesia is no exception, right? Ida Wahida and friends said in the article that the number of patients infected with the coronavirus is increasing day by day because this virus attacks anyone and it's difficult to control. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced all public facilities, including schools, to close or close temporarily across the region, including Rejang Lebong Regency in Bengkulu Province. One alternative learning used in Indonesia today is online learning. But online learning has weakness, such as the lack of communication and information, quotas run out quickly, the teacher cannot directly monitor students, then online learning can make children unfocused, such as game on mobile phone that are more interesting than online learning, right? Than pets, music, and toys. Based on the informal interview with the students at elementary school Unggulan Aisyah Taman Harapan Curup, most of them claim that they found it difficult to English online learning, but some of them were not. They think that English online learning is effective. Okay, next. The first one is in my paper. There is some research question, right? The first one is what are the perceptions on English online learning, and then what are the English teachers' perception in English online learning. Next is according to KS. Next, Kak. Next slide. Okay, according to KS Hong, A. Rizwan, and M.K. Quick, perception is someone's idea about what they learn to evaluate their attitude about using anything, whether they agree or disagree with the approach or something they learn. We know that students' perception are critical in supporting the learning process, especially in classroom activities when learning English. Okay, according to Akram Inando Kajulo, the problems in English online learning, the first one is lack of interest, lack of concentration in the online class, lack of repetition and frequent practice of students. And Larry M. Lynch said in his research, there are some problems in online teaching learning process. The first one is lack of learners' motivation, insufficient time, research and material, discipline, and then students is deviant, rowdy, or distracting of other, right? Okay, next. In my paper, I use explanatory mixed method. Next, next slide, Kak. Okay, we move to finding and discussion. To find out how students at elementary school Unggulan Aisyah Taman Harapan Curup perception about English online learning, and researcher used questionnaire, and this questionnaire which was distributed to 1,315 respondents. Okay, next slide, Kak. We move to conclusion. Conclusion, Kak. Okay, conclusion. Most of students' perception on English online learning are negative perception. Meanwhile, when doing online English learning, the perception by the English teacher at elementary school Unggulan Aisyah Taman Harapan Curup were negative. That the teacher had a problem in teaching English online. Namely, the first one is lack of interest, lack of concentration in the class, frequent students practice sufficient times, research and material, and then students challenge make noisy or annoy other students, and then meanwhile teacher inform that they had personal problems, meaning that in doing online learning there were many distractions, such as their children crying, children asking to play with while studying, taking care of their husband and others, right? Okay, that's all for me. Thank you very much. Back to moderator.
All right, thanks for the excellent presentation. However, actually, you have 3 minutes left, but don't worry, we will still have the time and more time for discussion session. So if you have any question, you can type it on the chat box or directly raise your hand and turn on your microphone. As we can see here on the chat box, there is a question from Miss Fusvita. Other than EFL online learning, what do you know? So Kaherli, please.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
All right. Now we are moving to the next session, namely Q&A session. And as we can see here on the chat box, there is a question from Miss Fusvita. The question is, other than EFL online learning, what do you know?
Okay, thank you very much for questions, Miss Puspita. Item terkeluar dewek lah.
Yes, Kaherli, your voice is clear enough. You can answer the question, please. Hello, Kaherli, can you hear my voice? Right, I think there is a bad trouble in her connection. Okay, wait a minute. I'll text her. Okay, so for the participants, if you have any question, you can type it on the chat box. So we're still waiting for Kak Herli to join this meeting again. Okay, to all participants, do you have any questions? Because that's such an interesting topic that discuss about EFL in EFL classroom. Okay, wait a minute, we're still waiting.
All right, Nelly, maybe we can directly continue to the next presenter. Later, if she will back after the next presenter, she will answer the question.
All right, let me conclude the presentation first. That was such an interesting topic to discuss. And as we know, education is one of the foundation for a nation's advancement, and it is a human right for all. However, on March 11, 2020, the World Health Organization made an announcement that the number of cases of COVID-19 has increased. And to prevent the spread of coronavirus, online learning becomes a solution for students and teachers around the world. However, based on the research conducted by Kaherli, shows that most of students' perception and teacher on English online learning are negative perception. All right, thank you so much for your kind attention. I'm Nelly. I'll leave this session. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I give it back to the next moderator. Thank you.
All right, Nelly, I think you still have one presenter, Fitriati Nafsia.
Yes, sorry, however, she's not in this meeting.
She's right here. She's right here, Fitri Nafsi.
Fitri, no, Fitriyanti. Fitriyatin.
Nafsi. Yes, it's her.
Is that you?
Yes, it's her.
Hello, I'm sorry. I didn't know your name in this participants. Hello, Kak Fitri.
Hello, sis.
Hello, how are you today? Are you feeling good?
Yes, I'm okay. And how about you?
I'm pretty good too. Nice to see you here. And yeah, in this occasion, what topic that will you bring today?
Okay, in this occasion, I would like to bring the topic under the title Mastering Digital Transformation, the nexus between leadership agility and digital strategy.
All right, that's such an interesting topic to discuss. And may I know what major are you studying?
Right now, I study at IAIN Madura, especially at the fourth semester at TBIB.
Oh, on the fourth semester. All right, without further ado, to Kak Fitriatin, 10 minutes from now. Please.
Okay. Sorry, sis, can you share my PPT?
Sure, you can send to me the file. You can send through this chat box. As you can see here, we can send the file.
Device.
All right, is there a trouble, Kak? Okay, I can see your presentation now. You can start now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good morning, everyone. At the first time, I would like to say thank you very much to our moderator today, to Sister Nelly Saadatudarein. And here, I would like to presentation our PPT under the title Mastering Digital Transformation, the Nexus Between Leadership, Agility, and Digital Strategy. Okay. Digital transformation. We know that digital transformation, or we can know by DT, is characterized by playing games built on a foundation of advanced technologies. And digital transformation can be described as an organizational shift to big data, analytic, the cloud, mobile communication technologies, and social media platform to provide goods and services also describe digital transformation. Digital transformation is the tool for transforming business processes, cultures, and organizational aspects to meet changing market requirements brought about by digital technologies. And next, digital transformation is characterized by three elements. The first one is the examining and redefining boundaries. And the second one is the opening up of products and services to community input, as well as reducing property rights. And the third one is shaping organizational and product identity. Digital transformation entails various consequences that shape business models, impact employment among leaders, employers, and knowledge workers, and impact organizational culture. And next, leadership and digital transformation. From an NNIT perspective, digital transformation represents an organizational change in digitally enabled institutional arrangements that diffuse through fields and organizations.
And leadership is considered a fundamental element of organizational values and belief system. When organizations change over time, leadership must also change and adapt. Organizations shift to digital transformation by genuinely changing how they operate and deliver their products. Services by promoting digital cultures that flourish. It would not be possible without leaders who create platform for this and drive stakeholders toward action. And next is organization agility and digital transformation. Organizational agility is defined as the organization's ability to identify unexpected change in the environment and respond swiftly and efficiently by utilizing and reconfiguring internal resources. This can a competitive advantage in the process. Digital transformation can be viewed through the lens of institutional pressure. The decision to implement digital transformation may not be due to internal motives. Institutions are likely to be stimulated to adopt and use technology via external isomorphic pressures, such as competitors, customers, or the government. Next, the relationship between leadership and organizational agility in digital transformation from an IT perspective. For an organization to move toward an institutionally innovative change, a high degree of organizational capacity is needed that involves the skills and resources within the organization and its mobilization. Transformational leadership impacts organizational creativity, organizational innovation, and innovation projects performance. Next, moderating role of digital strategy. Study the concept of the institutionalism in the broader context of institutional change. The traditional beliefs and practices have weakened and disappeared due to new beliefs and practices. Digital strategy moderates the relationship between organizational agility and digital transformation. And the last is implications for theory. First, the study responds to the call to utilize INT to investigate organizational agility in the digital transformation era and how this influences institutions. We can empirically investigate how organizational agility is positively associated with digital transformation and how organizational agility can act as a mediator between digital transformational leadership and digital transformation. And the second is this paper contributes to the literature by investigating the leadership role in the relationship between organizational agility and digital transformation. And the third is the study enriched the limited research and insight on the role of strategy in influencing digital transformation to conceptualize digital strategy as a moderator between digital transformational leadership and digital transformation and between organizational agility and digital transformation. Okay, thank you. Maybe only that my PPT and back to moderator.
All right, thank you so much, Kak Fitri, for the great presentation that discussed about mastering digital transformation, the nexus between leadership, agility, and digital strategy. Now we are moving to the next session, namely Q&A session. So to all participants, if you have any questions, you can type it on the chat box or ask directly through your microphone, please. Is there any questions from the participants? If you like to ask directly, you can turn on a microphone. We still have time to discuss more about this presentation because that was such an interesting topic. All right. If there is no more questions for Kak Fitri, let me conclude this presentation. As Kak Fitri mentioned before, that digital transformation, or DT, is characterized by planned changes built on a foundation of advanced technologies. So it is characterized by 3 elements that we have known before. And not only that, Kafitri also discussed about the implication of this theory. So the first one is study response to the call to utilize INT. The second one is this paper contributes to the literature, and the last one, the study enriches the limited research and insights on the role of strategy in influencing digital transformation. All right, thank you so much to Cafetri for your great explanation about this. Nice to see you here. I'm Nelly. Leave this session. Thank you so much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I give it back to the next moderator.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Nelly. So it's now my time to leave this session. All right, let's continue to the next presenter. Let's call Nur Syafitri from University of Muhammadiyah Sidenrai, Kapang, Indonesia. All right, maybe you can, is there? Is it right here? Okay. First, you may introduce yourself first, and after that, you may start your presentation in 10 minutes.
Okay, thanks for the occasion. But wanna ask for some help because my internet are so bad. So can you who can I send my PowerPoint?
You can share on the chat box. All right, you may send on the chat box.
Yes, I already sent the report a second ago.
Where did you send your PowerPoint?
Yep.
Oh, still.
Excuse me.
I think her connection is not really good. Can you, Miss Nur Syafitri? All right, I think her connection is not really good. Can we move? Yeah, maybe we can move to the next presenter. Oh, yeah, she's there. All right, Safitri. Maybe you can send to my WhatsApp. Okay, I will send my WhatsApp number right here. All right, Nur Shafitri, is it okay to move to the next presenter? After this, if your connection is really good, I will give your time after the next presenter. Can you hear me? You may sign it on the chat box. It's okay.
Yes, please, because my internet are not good.
Okay. Okay, let's move to the next presenter. Let's call Rita Sugiyarti from University of Al-Azhar Mandar, Indonesia. Okay. Are you there, Miss Rita? Can I call you Rita or Sugiyarti?
Yes, I'm there.
Rita Sugiyarti. Yeah. All right. You can introduce first yourself, where you come from your major also, and after that you may have 10 minutes to deliver your presentation.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Rita Sugiyarti. I am a student of Al-Azhar Mandar University.
Where does it from? University of Al-Azhar Mandar. What city exactly? Because it's the first time I heard this university. Rita, can you turn on the microphone?
Yeah. Can you see my PPT?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the title of my research, The Effectiveness of Smartphone Besides Blog Median on Ability to Write Editorial Text in Class 12 Student SMA Negeri 1 Wonomulyo. Indonesian Language Education Study Program, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Al-Azhar University, Mandar, Polewali Mandar, District 2012.
Okay, Rita, I think you have trouble on your screen. Maybe you can close it first and you can share it again. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's hard.
I'm so sorry, sir. Belum. Can you see, sir?
Yes, it's clear enough.
Okay. Okay. Next, Chapter 1, Introduction Preliminary, Background, School Observation. Based on the result of observation carried out by research at SMA Negeri 1 Wonomulyo, research obtained data on the low ability to write editorial text for class 12 students. And then present condition. Referring to the current condition, technology is closely related to the world of education. With the existence of learning media, technology, it becomes interesting and fun in the teaching and the learning process. Blogs are one of the technological advances themselves. For the research are interested in using blog media to improve student writing skill. And next, formulation.
I'm so sorry, but it's still error. You have a trouble on your screen. Maybe you may out first, and after then you may tap share screen again. Oh,
Oh, yeah. Maybe you can turn off all of the tab on your screen.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Formulation of the problem. How is the effectiveness of smartphone besides block media in improving the ability to write editorial text in the class 12 student of SMA Negeri 1 Wonomulyo? Research purpose. The purpose of this study is to determine the effectiveness of smartphone besides block media to improving student editorial text reading skill. Benefit of research. 1. The theoretical benefit. 2. Practical benefit. Definition of media, right? Editorial text structure, definition of block, framework. 2013 curriculum, SMA Negeri 1 Wonomulyo, learning to write editorial text, pre-test, experiment class, control experiment class applying block media, control class applying both media, book media, and post-test, data collection, data analysis and conclusion, hypothesis. Research methodology. Type of research, time and place at SMA Negeri 1 Wonomulyo, population and sample, variable. Experimental approach. Quantitative method, research design, research procedure, pre-test, treatment, and post-test. Research instrument, and test and non-test. Data collection technique, essay test, observation, and questionnaire. Data analysis technique, effectiveness indicator. Chapter 4, slide. For the normality text, the researcher used one sample Kolmogorov-Smirnov beside on the normality text of the control class and the experimental class. The data obtained were not normally distributed. In the experimental class, obtained an average value of 71,35 with significance level of 0,006.
All right, Riva, I think it's still trouble on your screen because it really disturbed. You can close first your tab. On your taskbar. Maybe you can close all of them except your PPT.
Stop share. Why?
Can you hear me, Rita?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Maybe you can close all the tabs. All right. Okay, you can try it again. It's still the same.
To continue testing the data to the next stage, the researcher used the Wilcoxon text as a substitute for the pirate sample test. The data obtained in the experimental study was that there were one student who got a screen score from pre-test to post-test with a mean rank of 12. The student who got an increasing score were 26 students and 5 students who got a fixed score.
Based for this question making in the main Whitney test, in the SM value significant to tile 0, 0, 5, then H0 is reject and H alternative is accept. If the SM value significant to tail, then H0 is accept and H alternative is reject. H0, there is no significant difference in rating result after being applied to block media. H alternative, there's a significant difference in learning outcomes after the application of block media. Result on the output of the statistic in the main Whitney text above note that the value of asymptotic to tail of 001 is smaller than probability value of 005. Therefore, as the basis for taking the discussion of the main Whitney test above, then H alternative is accept. So can conclude that there is an increase in student learning outcomes using block media. This can be seen in the label mean rank result. The experiment was better than the control class. Observation result. Pay attention to the use or creation of a block. Very often, 53%, often 34%, seldom 13%, and never 0%. Students write on their own blog. Very often 47%, often 47%, seldom 6%, and never 0%. Using blog as a medium for writing editorial text, very often 19%, often 37%, seldom 25%, and never 19%. Students observe the material on the blog. Very often 54%, often 31%, seldom 9%, and never 6%. Based on the result of observation made, it can be concluded that students are very concerned and interested in using blog as learning media. Questionnaire. The questionnaire data that has been distributed by research, the results state that students like to use blog as a medium for rating.
All right, Rita, your time is 3 minutes left. I continue.
Okay, sir. It can be seen in the average value of students in class 12 MIPA 4 at the time of the pretest in the low category, and for the posted score, students get average score in the good category. So it can be concluded that there is an increase in student learning outcomes using block media. This can be seen from the average score of students at the posted using block media is higher. Although the average score of students in the experimental class at the time of the posted did not reach the KKM in the ability to write editorial text, but students experienced an increase in learning outcomes. This could occur due to several factors, namely the low literary skill of students, low score of students in the section assessment indicator in aspect of IAIN and set spelling, and critical thinking of students. This is aligned with one of the studies for ANISA 2021. Current research in education, which obtained data that during a critical thinking pandemic, students greatly decreased. Conclusion. Based on the data obtained and the result of data analysis carried out in the study, it can be concluded that the use of block media can affect the ability to write editorial text
for students of class Blog MIPA 4 SMA Negeri 1 Wonomulyo. So it can be concluded that the blog media is effectively used as a medium for writing student editorial text. And suggestion 1, students should use blog as a medium to access subject matter information to increase the repertoire of knowledge related to issues that are currently being discussed. 2, the teacher should always pay attention to the spelling aspect of student when carrying out the Indonesian language learning process, especially editorial text. And third, the parties should at school apply blog media as a medium for reading student, as well as one of the ways to improve student critical thinking through editorial text. And there are some examples of student reading blog links. Okay. Okay, sir. That was my presentation. Thank you for your attention. I'm so sorry about my condition, my connection internet. Not good.
Right.
Thank you so much,
It's
sir.
okay. Yeah, you're most welcome. Right. So right now we will move to the question and answer session. And right here we have the question on the chat box. The question is, how effective smartphone are your research results? All right, Rita, you can answer. Question from Fusvita, how effective smartphone are your research results?
Are you after research before? Just explain about research. Okay.
Okay, thank you for your question, sir. My research is very effective. Because in the experimental class obtained an average value of 71,35 with significance level of 0,006.
Maybe you can
in the very good, sir. In the very good category, sir.
All right. Maybe you can describe such as the example from the effective smartphone, the effective of blog media in using the blog media.
Okay, sir. I want.
All right, Rita, are you there?
Yes, sir. Wait.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, take your time. Oh, she'll start sharing a screen.
My student, sir.
Yeah, can you say it again? Your voice is not clear. Rita?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait.
Yeah, it's okay.
YouTube ini udah nggak bisa di copy. Ih, kenapa?
All right, Rita, you may directly answer. Oh yeah, that's
This is
the link.
example for my student link.
Oh, right. That's good. So that's the example of the blog link that used to write editorial text.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sister.
Right. Right. That's good. Do you have any other answer maybe? Maybe you will add anything?
No, thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Right. You're most welcome. Well, right here, Ms. Rita make a research that the effectiveness of smartphone-based blog media on the ability to write editorial text in the senior high school of Wan Wonomulyo. So her research is having a blog link where this link is to help the students in the ability of writing the editorial text. So it's just the same kind of the quill.org, but this is only a link. All right, let's move to the next presenter. Right now we have the last. Yes, this is the last presenter. Let's call Nur Syafitri AS from the University of Muhammadiyah Sidanreng Rapang. Are you there?
Yeah, hello.
All right.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes, I hear. Maybe you can make your voice clearly.
Hello.
All right.
More clear.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Syafitri.
Yeah.
Yeah, Syafitri. Now it's your time. You may introduce yourself first. And after that, you may continue to present your presentation in 10
Okay.
minutes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
I would thank to God who blessed us. I would thank to God who blessed us with health so we can attend this forum. So I would introduce myself first. My name is Nur Syafitri Awali Hasham. I'm the 4th semester of Muhammadiyah University of Sidanreng Rapang, and I'm majored in English Education, the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education. And I will present my topic that's about how to solve problems against students learning English. Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So before we start to talk about how to solve these problems, or how to fix students' problems, we should know first what kind of problems students have even after 16 years learning English. So I will start with the first problems. Can you please the next again? Okay, thank you. So the first is confidence issues. These issues are caused by several psychological factors, and the several cases that usually happens around us are get bullied or ostracized, so students have no confidence or afraid to show their abilities. And the next one, and the next one is motivational issues. These issues come up because the confidence issues we talked about before. It's because the students are through some things that impact their psychological. So they have no motivation in their life. And next, they don't know how important English is. As you know, that English language is a key of the world. That means English language is the most language using in entire world. But for some people, English is just to listen, which means they consider that English is just a subject and studied just in school. So they opine that it's more important than another subject. And next, difficulty to master the lessons. That's the journal I've read before. There are several difficulties in mastering English. And the difficulties is start from about the pronunciation and spelling, and there come up the other problems like difficulty to read or mastering or memorizing the vocabulary, and have difficult to translate English and ended up not understanding English. And the most difficult lessons is the grammar. And next, using ineffective methods. Teachers and students are usually have their own ways or method to learning and teaching some things. In the case, they usually have using ineffective methods in learning English. And the next one, have limited time to learn and teach. And because of the limited time in class maybe or in the course, they cannot polish their English skills. Next, facilities resourceless. Facilities that I mean are people, settings, teachings, technique, device, and research. If any of these elements are missing, then the facilities are not complete. From the problems of talk, we conclude that there's a lot of problems owned by students, and it's still not fixed until now. So I will explain how to solve this problem to ease the difficulty to learning English. The next, how to solve the problem. To fix this problem, we should giving some psychological or physical support. For the example, give some motivation or slogan, or maybe you can give some gifts for appreciation and giving some advice and talk about the benefit we get if we learn English. And the next, find and make learning methods that can attract and easy to understand. It means we should find and make our learning methods so it can easy to learning English. And next, applying urban ensemble penalty system, but considered by students. This is applied to students to do not underestimate English. And next, and the last one, fill out the facilities and introduce or presentate learning resource that can be accessed by students and the teachers lectures. So I think that's all I can say. Back to the moderator.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Shafitri. That's a wonderful presentation that you talked about how to solve problem that against students who feel difficult and don't understand about English learning. Okay, now we move to the question and answer session. All right, everyone, if you have any question, you may write down on the chat box or you may raise your hand. There are questions?
I have a question. Can I ask, moderator?
Yes, please.
Yeah. It's such an interesting topic, yeah, that we have learned from Sister Nur Shafitri. And my question is actually based on my experience as the student, in which many of my friends in my university that learn in English field, they think that they don't belong in English language field, since they think that before they join the major of English learning program, they think that they can start from the basic, but instead, in fact, that they learn the English not from the basic, but it is from the intermediate level, in which it is really difficult to my friends to follow the materials, and it is considered that English is really difficult to be mastered. Since why is that in university or institution, we are not started from the basic one. And what do you think about this kind of case? Do you have a suggestion or solution?
Can you repeat your question? I'm sorry, but I'm not here. Class.
Okay, I will make it simple. So, based on my experience, many of my friends consider themselves are mistakenly chosen a wrong major. I mean, they think that they choose the wrong major because they think that English that is taught in university or institution is not studied from the basic, but it is started from the intermediate level, in my opinion. And so that's why they feel they do not feel motivated, or they think that they have already chosen the wrong major. So what do you think about this kind of case? What do you think about the students who think that they are not belong in English major? Or they think that they are mistakenly choose the wrong major?
I don't think they're mistakenly join the English major. but I would think give me a second for thinking the answer first because
All right, never mind.
can you?
Yeah.
Okay. So the problems is they think they are mistakenly joining the English major because they think maybe we should learn from the beginning of English. Okay. I think they just um, should have their own method or ways to learn more about English and space up their free time to learn. Uh, I think that's all. Do you understand what I say?
Can you repeat the answer because your voice is not clear?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I think um, because they're majored English, so as a students, we should find um, or our own methods to learn what English. I'm so sorry.
Tunggu azan.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. It's already asking here. So I will answer if you have
Yes.
question.
Yes.
For me, I think there are students to join English for me. But if we feel like we're mistaken to find something, we should find the right methods to learning or if on your free time or on the space time from the if you did already find the right methods, it started to learning the easier the hard level. It's no way to learn.
Oh, so you said that the student must have the easier method to understand the English, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually makes sense. But what is the problem? The real problem here is that the student here, you can see in your slide, in 8th slide, the students in my major actually have limited time to learn, so that it's why they seems to learn English in hurry, in which it is really difficult for them to follow the materials that given by the lecturers. So that's why most of them cannot master English fluently or completely. That's the problem, the main problem in based on my experience. So all we need to do is that the students must have the easier method to learn English, right? Do you have any other way or any other solutions?
I think they just should have a free time or space their time. For example, if we get lunch, you can read some book with English language or read the dictionary. You can use that as to teach to polish your English skills.
I see. So besides learning in college, the students must have must use their time to learn English outside the college, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Thank you very much for your answer, Sister Nur Safitri.
Yeah, thanks for the question.
All right, thank you for Rifia for your questions, and thank you for Shafitri for answering with your questions. Okay, you still have questions right here on the chat box from Fusvita. What problem you find issue every students? Right, Shafitri? May turn on
It's
your
so much.
mic.
It's a variety of problems students have, but the most issues are found on every student's are motivational and confidence issues, and sometimes and they have difficulty to mastering English, especially in pronunciation and spelling. I think grammar is the most. That's all.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I think the PowerPoint just now has explained more about the issue that every students have problem in understanding the English material. Well, let me conclude from this presentation. Well, this presentation is how to solve problems against students to understand English, where Shafitri found many problems such as they don't know how important English is and also difficult to master the lessons using an effective method and also have limited time to learn. However, to solve the problem, such as giving the physical support, find and make learning methods that easier the learning English and many others. All right, because Shafitri is the last presenter, so I think that's all the mega lecture talk on students sessions. Dear participants, you may fill the attendance list on the chat box. And the last session is take picture together. You may turn on the camera. We'll have to take a picture. Turn on the camera. Mungkin bisa diaktifkan kameranya. On the camera, with Shafitri, Fitriyatin, all the presenter. Lagi mas, oke, let's lagi 1, 2, 3. Sudah. Sudah. Okay, thank you Nelly, thank you Rivyal, and thank you Hanif Irwansyah. See you in other meeting. Nice to see you all.
Yes.
Nice to see you too. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much all.
Thank you very much, everyone.
You may leave the Zoom meeting. Jangan out dulu Nelly. Oke.
Oke, thank you.
Moderatornya foto katanya.
Oke, thank you.
Dah. Right.
Halo.
Udah boleh mix nih. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for all the participants.
See you next time again.
Kenapa?
Can I no? Can I leave this meeting? Okay, thank you. Can I have make a new conversation? Okay, I want to leave this meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
You too. Thank you very much for you all. Thank you for your participation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.